these people that are negotiating for us are not benefiting themselves personally.
Yeah.
So when they come to us and say, we think you should not take this deal, they're doing it from a history of, all their negotiating, right? They know how to negotiate this stuff. It's hard though. I mean, you start paying your bills and, you're on here and everybody's talking and they're getting worried and, you got to stick it out. It's a bit of a psychological game, I think, at this point,
Our temporary colleagues work very hard, but they don't have the time.
No, I know.
We don't have the time to train them.
Yeah.
Every semester,
But
new
definitely.
people.
We're not swift for it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what full-time people do. Talk to industry, talk to the accrediting bodies, and our temporary colleagues don't have that time or they don't have that experience.
You can imagine being called up by your school and somebody says, I'd like you to come and assist with me. It would be, you're honored. And so they come in with this sense of like, oh, I'm so honored to be here and this is wonderful. And then they start to figure out their pay and they go, wow, you don't get paid much, do you? And I said, well, part-time, it's not great. And then you start looking at their pay, they're making, less than a third. So at some point it's like, well, this person, the reason why we attracted them or brought them in is because they are very good. So if they're very good, they're going to be very busy in their profession. They take a half a day off to come in and make pennies on the dollar. After a couple of years, they're just fed up with it.
And if you don't have a permanent, secure job, you don't have 5 minutes to think about ways to do things better, ways to be more efficient with the dollars, with the students' time. Everything is last minute. You cobble it together, and that doesn't help the students.
The students come for what you're going to provide them. And so fundamentally, when you start moving money around and you're putting it into buildings and you're putting it into promotion and you're not putting it into the product that the students are buying, then the quality of that product begins to decline. Currently, Kathleen Wynne appears to be about as neutral as Switzerland on what's going on here, and her involvement actually would be very good for this. So
we have so many part-time teachers. They come to the college with excellent experience, excellent education, and real commitment to the students. And they literally do not have enough time to give the students the best that they have to offer. They have a lot to offer, but we're not giving them the support they need to provide the quality education that students want. We're not giving them enough time to bring the benefit of their knowledge to the students. And they're struggling to make ends meet. They work in one place and another place. They may be happy to help students, but they don't have the time available. Students are missing out. They're missing out on the expertise, and so they're not getting the best of either group. And in a competitive job market, they need the absolute best. We can give it to them, but we need more full-time jobs. Many of our students are coming here already having a degree. They have been looking for jobs in the marketplace, and they know that precarious employment, part-time work, temporary work, contract work is out there. And so when we say to students that we're standing up for more permanent jobs, more secure employment, they understand that.
when you go to get your spark plugs out.
If we stay out here for a short time and accept an offer that doesn't give us some of the gains that we want, we've wasted our time and we've inconvenienced our students.
We're mostly concerned about the part-timers. We want to try and turn them into full-timers, at least a good chunk of them. We're looking for 50%. Right now it's between 20 and 30%. Depends on where you are, and that's not enough to run a school on, right? So
you need to have subject matter experts in your program. You need to have people that have come from the field who understand the nuances of the work, the interactions with patients, and have a tie back to the profession itself that is still ongoing, because especially in paramedicine, it is such a dynamic field. The service operators rely on us because we're known out there that we know what we're doing and that the students are of a certain quality. The problem with switching over from having majority of full-time faculty to majority of part-time faculty is it's harder to bring in good people. The income for a full-time paramedic is quite good, and it is in fact an enormous pay cut for the first few years to come here. To secure those people, to get them into your program, can be very, very challenging, and it actually has an impact on the quality of your program going forward and impacts the employer satisfaction rate.
It's really important that faculty have the ability to have input some control over the curriculum and being able to ensure that the curriculum meets the students' needs. The issue of preparation time and make sure that there's enough preparation time on the SWIFT is so important. And of course for contract faculty this is a huge issue as well because they don't have any prep time given to them. So that issue is even more important there, and understand that being part of a strike, while at this point in time it might seem it's challenging to go through that. In the long term, this is something we all need to be part of so that we make the system better for all of us and for our students.
The people that have never been through a strike or have not been involved in a labor relations or a contract, collective agreement bargaining and a strike position, those folks need to understand that that keeping us out for a period of time is a strategy. And you need to understand that the longer we're out here, the stronger we need to become. We need to stay unified, we need to stay as a collective, and we need to get stronger going forward rather than weaker, and give management a message that we cannot be broken.
You need more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got lots of here.
I'm willing to stay here until we get something reasonable. I'm not going to settle for second best, because if I'm here for a few days and get nothing, even those few days are wasted. So we have to be strong and take the long view, because these opportunities don't come up very often. It's a sacrifice for everybody. It's an inconvenience for everybody. But if we cave before time, then we've wasted our sacrifices and the commitment of the students as well.